Hello, folks. Good afternoon. This is Shrini from Techie Investor. Join me in this video as I dive deep into the world of trendline trading and discuss about the basic concepts of trendline trading, such as what are trend lines, how can we draw the trend lines, and how does it, most important of all, how does it help the traders reduce their losses and achieve consistent profits? So let's get started. So when it comes to financial markets, there is only one concept that has stood the test of time, and that is the trend line trading. It's a strategy that has been widely used by traders and investors alike, and for one good reason. Trend lines have the power to simplify even the most complex market condition, giving traders a clear direction and focus. As we all know, many traders today struggle to navigate the market, right? And it's no surprise. Market volatility can be at an all-time high, and making decisions under certainty can be a daunting task. Fear and anxiety can creep in, leading to impulsive decisions that can cost us dearly. So we all been there and stuck in a cycle of fear and greed, wondering when we will finally catch a break, isn't it? So, and to make matters work, the market is constantly changing and leaving us feeling lost and confused. So, one of the biggest challenges traders face today is to distinguish between the signal and the noise. With so much information available today, it's easy to get caught up in the hype and lose sight of what's truly important. So we start to second guess ourselves, wondering if we are making the right decisions. And before we know, we are stuck in a rut, unable to make any progress. So, but what if I told you? What if I told you there's a way to cut through the noise and focus on what really matters? So, a way to simplify the markets and give yourself a clear direction? That's exactly what a trend line trading can do. By identifying and riding the trend, you can position yourself for success and avoid costly mistakes. So what exactly is trendline trading? In the simplest form, trendline trading involves identifying and drawing lines that connect a series of higher lows or lower highs. These lines then become a visual representation of the trend, giving traders a clear direction and focus. It's a simple and yet powerful concept that has been used by traders for decades. One of the most effective ways to use trend lines is to identify areas of support and resistance. By drawing lines at the key levels, you can identify potential buy and sell zones, giving yourself an edge in the markets. And it's just not about identifying the trend. It's about staying disciplined and patient, waiting for the right moment to enter and exit the trade. So today I want to share a story with you that really drives this point home. I was talking to a trader who was struggling to make progress in the markets. He was constantly getting stopped out and losing money, and he just couldn't seem to catch a break. But then he discovered the trend line trading. He started drawing lines on his charts, identifying areas of support and resistance, and waiting for the right moments to enter and exit the trade. And you know what? It completely turned his trading around. He started making consistent profits and was finally able to break free from the cycle of fear and greed. So, what I love about this story is it's not just about the strategy itself, it's about the mindset shift that comes with it. When you start using trend lines, you begin to think differently about the markets. You start to see the bigger picture, focusing on the trend rather than getting caught up in the short term noise. And that's when the magic happens. So, in conclusion, trend lines trading is a powerful strategy that has been proven time and time again. It's a way to simplify the markets, focusing on the trend rather than getting caught up in the noise. And when combined with discipline and patience, it can be a game changer for you. Okay. So having talked about the trend lines, it's more theoretical. So let's look at a couple of examples where we could use these trend lines and see how we reap the profits in recent trades. Okay. So without any further delay, let's look at the chart. So today is the September 24, 2024, and we are going to look at two charts today to understand how the trend lines can be drawn and how they can help the traders understand what are their support and resistance and how they can completely reduce their losses and make consistent profits. Okay. So today we were looking at the first chart that I'm going to show you is Netflix. So Netflix we thought it was a breakout, but I want to show you how do we determine if there is a breakout using a trend line. So what we do here is we take a trend line and we think, okay, we draw between the lower highs. That means from here. Why do I choose this one? Because a three-wave correction was formed, and tells me that the market is that Netflix is trending up if it breaks this line. He said, yes, it is trending as soon as it broke through this line and formed a close above this trend line. So that tells me that it is now, this becomes the support and it is going towards the next resistance. So how do I determine the next resistance? I took the highest high from where I drew the previous trend line, and I created another trend line using the higher highs, using the swing highs. So the moment I drew this line, I knew that this was like the resistance. So we entered the trade around on the second day after this confirmation. We entered the trade around 699, that area, and we sold it at 722, which was a good profit. So that is how trend lines gives you a clear direction about the trend, and also tells you where you could enter this trade and where you could exit the trade. In this case, the trade could be entered 2 days after the breakout. In this case, shown by this green signal by my Trend Spider trading platform. So we could have entered after the second day close, and then we close it at this resistance. Now, does it mean that it doesn't have to go further? No, it's not necessary. But again, if we see a confirmation of a 2-day confirmation that it is breaking above this line, then we can definitely go in for the next one. Okay, so that's how. And now I want to show you another chart which gave us a good profits today, which is Caterpillar. Caterpillar also has a similar kind of chart where it has been breaking out. If you see here, it has been, we draw the first trend line that was like between the higher lows, right? Lower highs. That's what, which is the three-wave formation. And once we drew this, we knew that it was breaking out. But look at this, folks. It never went below this line and it started going. So what was the next resistance? The next resistance was when we drew another trend line between the higher lows, lower highs, between the next high from this line, the red line. And this tells us where it could be its next resistance. So this was the next resistance, folks, that we saw. Now, what we thought is from here, where could it go? That one we thought, when we looked at it, whenever a breakout happens, we at least look for 3 to 4 units. So it showed me a 2-day, and we entered the trade around here, and we knew that it would go there. So that's what happened. And the Fibonacci showed us that it would go up to 387, right? So that is what we saw today, and we exited around here. So definitely trend lines give us an information about when it is breaking out, and when it breaks out, guys, it gives us a good profit. The movement is going to be very fast, and you'll be making quick profits without any delay. So that's the power of the trend lines. So it pays to definitely learn how to draw these trend lines and become very good at it. If you have any further questions on how to draw the trend lines, we have further videos on our in our channel. Take a good look at it. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your comments below. Have you had any experiences using trend line trading? I would love to hear your story. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.